This is the Doug Gottlieb Show. Filling in for Doug today, here's Amy Lawrence.
Oh, it's just the NBA's world, and we're living in it. Remember 2 weeks ago, we were just coming off of the NBA Finals Game 7, and I spent the weekend talking about my basketball hangover and how I was going to miss basketball? Can't miss you if you never go away. Basketball storylines have been as insane and as thick. They haven't stopped since the end of the NBA Finals. And the latest that we're hearing now, got to make sure I update you, from Mark Stein of ESPN, is that the Mavericks have been informed they're no longer in the Dwight Howard sweepstakes. So that would leave 4 teams. The Warriors, who are bringing in Andre Iguodala, the Lakers, the Rockets, and the Hawks. It's the Doug Gottlieb Show here on CBS Sports Radio and CBSSportsRadio.com. I'm Amy Lawrence in for Doug. And before it was the Dwight Howard hunt and the courtship of Dwight Howard, it was the Clippers that were making all of the offseason news. Latest piece of news happening today is that they re-sign Matt Barnes to a deal and will keep him in the fold as they pursue a championship. Let's welcome Matt to the show now. Matt, first of all, congratulations on the contract.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Is this your first choice? Did you want to stay with the Clippers?
Yes. The Clippers, I first started in the NBA, I was with the Clippers. And, we were the kind of the doormats. I think won 20-something games my first year. And, 11 years later to be back and be a part of the change, I think it's great. And, we got a good group of guys, hired a great coach, and, looking forward to moving forward.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. You mentioned your first time there, not anywhere close to a winning season, but then winning the first Pacific Division title in team history. What was that like?
It was great, but, you have to put it in perspective. With the Lakers being your next-door neighbors, winning division titles isn't, something that's too highly looked about. So, our bigger goal was to win a championship. We felt talent-wise we had what it took, but we didn't show that. So, we're doing our job to, get some new pieces in. We got a new coach in, and, we're looking forward to getting back to work.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about Doc Rivers for sure. This offseason, it's only been 2 weeks long, but it feels like it's been 2 months. Do you follow it on Twitter or on the news, or how do you keep up with what's going on?
I really kind of just up in Lake Tahoe right now with my family for the 4th of July, and we have some friends here, and they're on their phones, and they kind of update me. But for the most part, I'm just relaxing. I really don't have too much to say right now, so you kind of just sit back and let the cards fall where they may and see what happens.
So you don't have to do anything because people just tell you when the things happen.
Yeah, I kind of get updated.
That's cool. So what do you know about Doc Rivers?
Someone that's won and is widely respected around the NBA. One of the better coaches in the NBA. As a player, he won a championship. As a coach, he won a championship. And, wanted a chance at another championship. So he chose to come to the Clippers, and, I think it's a great pickup for us, and I'm excited to work for him.
Certainly a lot of fun to watch last year, and getting into the playoffs, also an accomplishment, though I know you say there are more to be accomplished. But you had a career high in points last year. Why does the Clippers system fit you?
Really just giving a lot of credit back to Vinny Del Negro for giving me an opportunity. I signed, 2 or 3 weeks before camp started. They pretty much had their roster set, and, he allowed me to give me the chance to work my way in, and that's what I did. And, playing with Chris and Eric Bledsoe and Jamal, and Blake, those guys make it easy to, get out there and do what I do. So it was, the system and the coaching staff that I give a lot of credit to.
Well, now obviously Vinny Del Negro doesn't return, and while Doc Rivers is an unbelievable coach, how hard is it to say goodbye to a guy that had so much success there and that helped you guys so much?
It just shows how much of a business this is, for the winning record he had and what he accomplished. But like I said, being next door to the Lakers, there's a lot of pressure. And now that they feel that they've built a championship contender, if you don't win a championship, you got to go. So, Vinny was unfortunate, just like a lot of other coaches that won 50-plus games this past season that have been fired.
Does it take some time to get used to that when you first get into the league, the business part of it?
Yeah. So I'm still learning. I had some up and down situations this off season already, and it's always business. You got to understand that. But as players and coaches, this is what we love to do. So obviously your heart's in it. So sometimes it's a little tougher than others.
Matt Barnes, newly re-signed with the Clippers, with us here on the Doug Gottlieb Show on CBS Sports Radio. So everybody knows what Chris Paul does in terms of his point guard abilities and how he can score and dish and be a leader. The intangibles, what else does he bring to the table, Matt?
I mean, he's just a warrior. He's someone you want to go into war with. Normally the smallest guy on the court, but, probably one of the biggest hearts. And that's something you look for in your leader. Him and I get along great. We talk about the game a lot and strategize, and, it's just good to be able to play with one of the greats.
Is it fun to be part of Lob City?
I qualified for Lob City. I caught a few lobs last year, but DJ and Blake, they're always exciting. Chris puts the ball right on the money and they finish it. So no, they're exciting. It's an exciting show, but I think this year we need to get some more to half-court execution and learn how to win down the stretch.
So against the Grizzlies, it was disappointing. Obviously, you guys jump out to the 2-game lead and then end up losing in that first round. What was missing, or what kept you from having success in that opening round?
I wish I could put my finger on one thing. I think it was a combination of, strategy and toughness and, bright lights, and, a lot of things played into the factor. And, fortunately, we lost a 2-game lead. So I think this year, I think the organization is trying to do their best to, fix the holes they feel we have and try to go back at it and get it next year.
So you talked about being with the Clippers back when times were really bleak. How much do you think a loss, as painful as it is, like that in the first round, can help you get better?
Oh, it always leaves a sour taste in your mouth. Once I realized I was going to be coming back to the Clippers, I got excited and really started thinking about, the opportunity we have in front of us. With the new coach and new teammates and, the West being wide open. It's going to be an exciting summer to work out and really prepare for this next season.
All right, but I understand you have some other things going on. So before we let you go, basketball camp and celebrity flag football game. Tell us about it.
Yeah, my 6th annual basketball camp at EA Sports in Redwood Cities in the Bay Area, July 29th to August 2nd. For more information, go to mattbarnesbasketballcamp.com. And then I'm also having a celebrity flag football game for my foundation August 18th in L.A. with Snoop. And it's for raise a little bit of money for my foundation and have a great time. So for more information of that, you can go to my website, athletesfirstcancer.org, and that'll give everybody all the information for it.
All right, Matt. Well, we appreciate you joining us, especially when you're on vacation with your family. Congratulations on re-signing with the Clippers. Can't wait to see what the Clippers do as an encore this season.
Thank you very much.